Hello and welcome to another Doctor's Assistant 1 video, and today I'm taking a look at the last part to Judgment Day. Yeah, what a biggie, really. Quite a lot happened. It was a lot longer than I anticipated, the part. It ran at just over 11 minutes, which, yeah, considering I killed off Alex in part 5 as the cliffhanger, I'd have thought it'd have been a bit shorter, because originally my idea was gonna be kill off Alex in part 6, and also, spoiler alert for those of you who haven't watched part 6 yet, but also kill off the Doctor and that, because he, well, obviously by kill off I mean make him regenerate, but yeah, so spoiler alert to anyone who hasn't seen part 6 of Judgment Day, but it's a regeneration story / episode, or at least that part of the story is. So yeah, hopefully Judgment Day has been a big romp and an epic and a game changer. Epic and game changer are the two probably best ways to ideally, hopefully, describe Judgment Day, I hope. As I say, like, that's the idea anyway, because, you know, you've got holographic David Tennant, you've got the Sycorax, you've got holographic David Tennant and that action figure, you've got Alex dying, you've got then the Doctor dying, you know, you've got lots of different elements and plot twists, and for a lot of it you think maybe Alex might die, maybe the Brigadier might die, maybe Alex, maybe the Brigadier, you don't know who. Well, you do now, but for those of you watching, you know, part 1 through to part 6, you know, in one marathon, which is what you should do, really, you know, hopefully you're like, what, who's gonna die, you know, and that, hopefully I don't give it away that it's, hopefully it's not obvious that it's gonna be Alex over the Brigadier, but I don't know. But yeah. So yeah, it's the end of this guy's run now, so it's very weird, very nostalgic, is probably the best way of describing it. Very strange that I've done a whole bunch of stories / episodes with this action figure-y, doctor-y guy and this companion, and now both are pretty much gone, really. And it's really going to push the show into a new era of the show, of this figure of entry thing, yeah. But yeah, hopefully it was a good enough cliffhanger-y romp of a story. Hopefully it was unpredictable, like the Doctor would regenerate and that. I mean, I always obviously knew that was going to happen, but hopefully it shocked the audience. Yeah, I'm not too happy with how the Brigadier escapes the ship. He just sort of teleported off, so, you know, you could have asked yourself why you didn't do that sooner. Yeah, plot reasons, you know. Also, the Brigadier will not be in the next story, so it's kind of weird to see these three. Alex is dead and gone, and I'm not doing a Stephen Moffat, so she won't be back next episode. Don't worry, it's not they don't call me Stephen Moffat, and I'm not doing a, as I say, a heaven sent to hell bent type thing ordeal. And then yeah, the spoiler alert, as I say, the Doctor's regenerated in this episode, and then the Brigadier's left, and that, so as did the Sycorax. The Sycorax just sort of buggered off to another ship, to another spaceship, and that, seeing as they'd got what they wanted, one of the characters to have died, and some retribution. And yeah, this story is really, ideally, well, it's going to be a character piece, and, well, not a character piece, but it's definitely impactful for the character of the Doctor, is what I'm saying, going forwards, you know, because not only has he regenerated, but, you know, in part 6, but as I say, like in part 5, he saw his beloved companion Alex, you know, die and that, so, you know, so not only are you seeing, like, essentially your best friend die, but then someone attacks you, and then you change into another form, so you not only do you have to get used to the idea that someone externally from you you will never be able to see again, but not only that, but you've been forced to, as I say, change your physical and mental, you know, your physical and mental, being, as well as deal with an external death. So what I will say is, just saying that out loud, you would think, and hopefully I will be able to portray this later down the line, come the next series, with Figure Adventures, that the Doctor will be pretty fudged up, it will be pretty fucked up, because, not as in, like, it'll start yelling and screaming all the time, but as in, on an emotional level, it would fuck you up, and that, in the sense that, it's bad enough seeing, say, a close friend or a family member die, but as I say, in this case, close friend / companion, but as I say, like, not only has he had to go through that, and that was a big milestone and a big plot point, but not only that, but he's, as I say, forced to regenerate into a new body, a new person, so, and also, the icing on the cake, that is this part, hopefully, you see the Doctor go somewhere where the Doctor shouldn't really, and he ended up killing a Sycorax, so he's got blood on his hands, so he killed that Sycorax. But, like, the Sycorax leader's like, whoa, you say I'm a killer, but you've just killed one of my Sycorax. And he justifies it by, pretty much an eye for an eye type thing, you killed Alex. In the heat of the moment, he got a sword, and Sycorax sword, and killed the other Sycorax, so, So is he really any better than the Sycorax? Who knows? I mean, yeah, pretty fudged up story, some next level feels / feelings even for the Doctor to process. Hopefully I will portray them appropriately and or aptly, hopefully. Hopefully people have enjoyed parts 1 through 6 of Judgment Day. I hope, as I've enjoyed filming them. I don't see myself recording the next episode immediately. The new series of sorts. I'm gonna have a bit of a break, and before I do the next episode for the next series of Doctor Who Figure Adventures, I will do a trailer, as I've already planned out the Series 7 trailer. So, in one of my notebooks, I've already planned out the Series 7 trailer. So, yeah. McGann. What a weird story. I really made it adamant that McGann didn't speak, or McGann, because I've got McGann here portraying an action figure of himself. No, I really didn't want the Doctor to speak in the sort of latter end, when he'd regenerated, just to really sort of solidify that, he's just so emotionally overwhelmed with, surprisingly enough, emotions that he just cannot come to terms with even speaking. Again, on a physical level, I would like to think that regeneration in and amongst itself is a 10 out of 10 traumatic experience, although you're avoiding death and evading it. I'm assuming it's a gut-wrenchingly painful ordeal, and that in and amongst itself. But as I say, the icing on the cake is to see a close friend die in front of you, and then for you to then have to change body in a pretty excruciating way, would probably make you not want to talk for a bit, or at least it would for me, because again, to my understanding, my very limited understanding of regeneration, it's a cellular sort of, all of the cells in the body are changing, and so although you're changing physically, even the neurons in the brain are being fried, and so that might explain a lot of the eccentricity of the Doctor as well, So after a while, I can imagine quite a lot of neurons get fried and fucked up, really, and that. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I wanted the next Doctor in this story to just not talk, to give more drama, more impact, and just reflect on the fact that there's just been so much stuff for the Doctor to go through that he just is needing time to just shut up verbally and just process it on an intellectual level. He needs time to process the information of, seeing Alex die and then and then regenerating. So yeah, thanks for watching, comment, rate and subscribe.